Coverage of the New Zealand Tag Nationals 2019 is proudly brought to you by SAS Sport.
2019 Tag Nationals coming to you live stream from Bruce Pullman Park in South Auckland, Papakura. Yeah, and here it is here, Counties Manukau versus Wellington, the Open Men's quarter-final. Wellington will line up Adrian Siamana Whangai, AJ Utupo Valipu, number 19, 69 Caleb Ailu, number 3 Chris Taraika, 23 Dudley Parsons, 00 Eli Tui, number 8 Hamiota Thomas, number 10 Iani Uelea, number 9 Johnny Talianga, number 27 Junior Timi Tautua, number 28, Corvin Tangiatama. Number 11, Lavaki Iolai. Number 6, Lawton Taraika. Number 12, Matt Paultua. Oh, okay. Number 13, Parikura Lalanga. Number 7, Patrick Woolley. Number 15, Tanatusa. Number 18, William Talianga. And number 14, Cameron Craig. So officially here, Counties hot on attack.
Just one play, Counties kicking off, and Wellington on the kick return. It was turned over, and Counties again getting into their play. They're playing very flat off the line. This team, Open Men's, have been together for a while. As Wellington may have a breakout, and they're under the pump at the moment, but it's well defended there by the cover defence from Wellington. Still, like I think the first game, there was a bit of a negotiation with that wind in terms of passing. You would think Wellington will be good at reading the wind.
Yeah.
And I say that as a Wellingtonian. I've been there, born there and bred there, but the Counties team. This Counties team is probably a makeup of a lot of the guys that won the New Zealand Open at World Cup. So there's a lot of sort of really key players.
Yeah, just going through the team list for Counties there, we can see that they make up quite a few of the New Zealand Open Men's and also subsequently the World Champions as well in Coffs Harbour last year. So they are definitely the favourites going into this match, and deserved favourites as well, with the likes of Henry Dunn and Frankie Benedict, Johnny Pulianga, George Pulianga, just outstanding players at international tag level, and certainly some of, if not, as proven in Coffs Harbour, the world's best.
Yeah, I had the privilege of calling that game, and it was certainly a war of attrition, but they were real clinical in their play, knew when to kick, played really well, hardly any missed tags on their defence, and their line speed was just ferocious. So, it's like the Central team in the first game. The combinations are good, and as I just speak to them, they make a breakout. Wellington going up that left flank, again well covered by the sweeper. Wellington again putting some plays together on the wraparound. And it'll be interesting to see this Wellington team. So in the quarterfinals, so they've certainly earned the place. I'd say the county was not sure on the placings, but normally is a 1-4 on the opposite side of the draw.
Yeah, being quarterfinals, obviously the winner will progress to the semi-final. But although counties come in as the hot favourites, Wellington are certainly going to give them a very, very good run for their money and put up a very good challenge. And a lot of these guys here came from the Porirua team. The Porirua doesn't have a men's open team this year, and a lot of those guys came from Porirua, and they're going back to the previous world champs in Australia and Sunshine Coast, 2 years prior to Coffs Harbour. Now Porirua under-18s took out and were the only New Zealand side to win a championship at their World Cup.
There's Counties there. There's 2 metres from the line. Good tag there. Just 5 from the line. So Counties are hard on attack now. There's some line speed there. Not a great pass, but they're going in. It looks like Doug Snaff here coming in there, being the ball players. They've got so much experience in that Counties team.
Nice work from Wellington on defence there.
Yes, I remember that team. That was one of the hot talking points of that World Cup. That Wellington side, that Porirua side, that won, and just went around and it was sort of let's see how these boys progress. And unfortunately they're not playing under the Porirua colours, but hey, Wellington is Wellington.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
It's all.
But still got quality players in there, so they know that they're going to give Counties a really good run for their money there. As we see another little break there by Wellington. He was tagged for the kick there, referee's call.
There's another kick there, kick and chase, but I think it's the ball's going to win that one. So another couple of nice plays there from Wellington. They're certainly not overawed by this very strong County side. They're going to go out there and play, and if it looks like they're going to keep on going and asking them some good questions of their plays, they're certainly backing themselves.
I'll just take a quick moment to go through the Counties team. Number 32 is Daryl Santh. Number 12 is George Pulianga. Number 00 is Johnny Pulianga. Number 2 is Mavainga Slade. Number 18 is Jacob Masoy. Number 19 is David Tuiala. Number 88 is Frankie Benedict. Number 13 is Joseph Viol. Number 1 is James Blackwell. Number 14 is Henry Dunn. Number 4 is Peter Olivetti. 89 is Joseph Kenner. Number 8, Vinesi Sainele. 29, George Taina. 17, Daniel Paya. Number 7 is Ronnie Kepu. 23, Aaron Talaifono. Number 87 is Junior Brown. Number 9 is Cedric Pane Aurika. And number 40 is Doug Santh. The strong influence there from the Santh brothers there, all 3 of them playing today. And no doubt they bring some really, really proven combinations to the team, along with the Pulianga brothers as well, and the likes of Henry Dunn as one of their key playmakers. James Blackwell, again, another seasoned league players as well as seasoned tags players as well. And a lot of experience together as a team. The Wellington side seems to be employing that little that grubber quite often. They've used it 3 times already there, Alfisa.
Yeah, it seems to be their go-to, and I suppose they're sort of reading it. I'm not sure if it's intended, but that County's line speed coming up on defence is quite quick. So if the bounce of the ball comes up, he could be in for it. So I think they've identified that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a tactic they're employing today, and they've actually regathered a couple, but just the defence of the Counties team has just saved them. But they're very, very quick. Both sides look very fit and very fast as well. So obviously a step up from the mixed grade in regards to the speed of the match as well. And going into open men's as well, we have a real classic combination of speed, energy, experience, and class. So some great viewing here. Both sides still feeling each other out here. 0-0 scoreline. And so you saw most of these boys playing and called the final in the World Cup, and no doubt that was another close match there, officer.
Yeah, I mean Australia, our arch enemies in particular, tag, touch. There's a breakout there for Counties there. Nice little tag there, good recovery, but now they're on the back foot, so they're hard on the attack now, Counties.
Henry Dunn's on the field now. Henry Dunn at dummy half there.
Floating that pass, so there's a little knock on.
Yeah. And again, that
little knock on there.
That changeover there of the ball was again off the little short grubber kick. So again, it's definitely a tactic that they're employing today, Officer. So obviously they see that as one of their key moves to try and upset this county side.
Yeah, and I think Counties numb that by as they come in, and the tag is made. Good little play there at the ruck from Counties. Oh, he's down. Ball's down.
Smart move there by George Pulianga there.
Yes, George just goes shaped up to throw a long ball. Caught their marker going and not watching him, and he just chopped in off him, and a little dive there. So we talked about before the dive, he dived into space. Ball was down before his knees hit the ground, so that was a good spotting. After all that good tight defense from Wellington, they'll be disappointed with that little cheapie.
Yeah, we just got the replay on screen right now, and just that little show from George, and then that little gap on the inside. And just a smart little play there, well executed by George Pulianga.
Coffs Harbour was a great experience, and you know, again, as the Wellington team break out, tag was called. Even though that you know, New Zealand were knew that they had the ability, they still had to prove themselves against a very strong Australian side in their own backyard, and they showed a lot of courage. And I suppose everybody witnessing the main event of the day, the Open Men's Final, was a really proud moment. And I remember them coming back to the hotel when we had our team presentations at the end. They were honoured as the best team, and you know, a lot of haka from everybody, the whole contingent for that New Zealand team. So, real proud moment for some of those guys.
No doubt live on their memories forever. Special moments there to reach the pinnacle of your chosen sport, and yet to be honoured by your compatriots, by your peers. It's a very, very special moment, and no doubt something similar to you, what you've experienced at the height of your career too, Fisa, with the All Blacks and with the Blues as well.
Yeah, and again, you know, that's a different code, but like you try and translate that into tag. So playing with the New Zealand 45s, we came up against Australia in the final, and you know, we were there in the last sort of 10 minutes, but you know, a few things didn't go our way. But again, Australia. But it's just nice to compete and get a sort of Caleb Meta was Counties going the far corner. Again, just manipulating the defence, bringing Wellington on one side, late cut on the corner's ball, and it was just a draw and pass, and just playing what was in front of them. And again, really nicely played by Counties.
You see there the skip pass out to Henry Dunn, and then Henry Dunn with the man outside, just a little dummy out to the right there. The defender moves out, and Henry dives over there for another lovely try to Counties. And again, just establishing those combinations, as you said, two officers just switching the play back. Coming back to the other side, a skip pass, getting it out wide quicker, and Henry Dunn there just with a drawn pass with the overlap outside, just a little show and go, and another 1 pointer to Counties Monaco, taking the lead out to 2-0 in the quarter-final of the Men's Open, the Premier Division. Counties just a little bit keen on defence here, getting in front of the referee. And,
I think referee signal was a contact call, so probably just a bit too firm on that tag. So it was penalised. It's just probably just a reminder. As these games, and like most games, they, you know, it is yes, ultimately a tag that we're going off to, but there are occasions where bodies do collide, and you would think that it's not intended to, but it can get a bit physical in there. There's a nice kick for a 40-20, and I think that's completed. So they will get the ball back. It was well executed off the right foot.
Yeah, he was about a metre inside there, just inside his own half, and he was very, very close to that corner cone there. So that was perfectly executed kick there for Wellington. Hard on attack now. Great field position. Bit of shape out to the right edge here. Go back to the left. Just trying to draw the defenders in. Trying to hopefully create a hole on the outside. County's equal to the task there, just pushing up and holding their shape on defence as well. Yeah.
They've got numbers on out there. Hands will do it. Oh, unlucky there.
County's appealed for the shepherd there, or interference, but then regained the ball there from that error, unforced error from Wellington there, just putting down an easy pass. Maybe they might have had a look at the opposition there before he had a look at the ball. But County's there, quickly bringing it out of their half, rolling towards halfway now.
A contact call there against Wellington. Probably just closing the gap there, just looking at the referee signal. And I think, like we mentioned before, the speed of open men's versus the under-21s, but to play the ball, that's probably one of the key areas. You know, they don't take their time getting back.
Yep.
They get back quick to the mark and they get their game going, so they can really try and play the opposition on the back foot.
And their speed through transition too, eh? Officer, how quickly they react to the penalties and offsides and organise themselves, and again the restarts, the transition's so quick in the men's open.
Oh, tag was called. Nice play, little one over the top. That was well defended.
Certainly was. Okay, we're going to have a bit of a chat here. No.
So the kick has gone through, and if there's defender there, it's the defender's right. So yeah, unless it's a clear path where he's going to regain it, but there's a defender there, the defender always has that right of the ball, so he's penalised for that.
So Wellington now rolling their subs there. A few tired Wellingtonians there after there's back-to-back sets of defence. They've got fresh legs on the field now, and they're looking to come back out of their own half. But again, Counties with really good defence there, pushing up. Line speed around the ruck is quick. And the athleticism, what a great tag there from Counties.
There's a penalty. No offside there. Getting a little bit too early off the line.
Okay, now this is where they've just got to get their composure. Or officer, they've got to just stay calm. You don't want to get into a verbal match with the referee, because he'll always win.
I did notice a couple of those tags that were just getting a little bit firm in there.
Yeah.
So so there's a bit of spice in this game we can feel already.
Yeah, but as you know, with any sport there, that composure's the key. Got to stay disciplined and stay calm. Focus on the basics and get those basics the best, and usually it's good enough to bring you home. Nice little wrap around there from Wellington there, and it's back to one.
Has he got the ball? Recount.
Nice tag there from Henry Dunn there.
Thought he could have let that ball go, but let's still on in there. No. Oh, there you go.
Okay. And, County's penalised there, bit of over vigorous defence there, and a bit of blocking coming into the path of the runner. So can you clarify that rule for us, officer?
So my understanding of it is that you cannot step in the path of the runner with the ball. So for example, the attacking player is running through a gap. If you close that gap, therefore the defensive team is liable for penalty. So on that occasion there, he stepped around him. He got in front of him. Yeah. It was his natural running path, and so he was penalised for that.
Awesome. Bit of clarification there just for those of you at home. And a lovely...
I think that might be Adrian Siamanfangai. I'll just double check his number.
Great try there to Wellington. Just got to double check the number. Wellington. So Wellington tie the match up there. Brilliant little play. Unfortunately, just missed his number, guys. Just the glare coming off the ground there. Just a bit hard to see. They've got silver numbers on, and it's just a little bit like a light grey. It's a bit hard for us because they're a bit far away. But Wellington there turn it on and level up the match 2-2. Counties now. Good field position. Good defense from Wellington once again. Restart handover.
Early kick. And this tag. So early kick on the tag count. And probably wasn't that wise, but again, Counties on the attack. 2 on the count there. And a penalty. Dropping those tags apart from each other. You need to take those tags and just drop them on the ground where the mark is. The referee does penalise the Wellington team.
Because I think the early kick is actually a good ploy, officer, personally. But it's got to be executed better. You know, and I think the distance is the key. You've got to get the distance.
Well, it's unusual.
Yeah.
So it's unusual for the defence for a team to kick real early. I mean, we're talking after the first.
But especially if you're only kicking it 2 metres.
So there's really either no one back or they're not expecting it. So that's a point of difference. But
yeah,
again, it seems to be working for them. I haven't seen a try come from it, but it certainly breaks their defence up.
You know, with that late try to Wellington there, evening up the match, it's definitely a tight one here for Counties and Wellington. Obviously a crucial match for both sides here. The loser will be done for the weekend, and that'll be the national tournament done for that particular team. And the winner will go on to play in the semi-finals of the Premier Open Men's Grade, 2019 National Championships. And at the moment, we have a locked up game, tied at 2-2. So a little bit of a surprise there, officer, we think.
Oh, I think that everybody's got a starter's chance. There's certainly a favourite in this team, and we've talked about that. But there's pressure goes in different forms and shapes, and you can either apply it by scoreboard pressure or territory pressure. But this is an even game, so really, I would say the pressure is sort of changed and put it back on Counties where they should be. I would think they would be. I would have thought they would have been up comfortably at half time, but 2-2 at the break, with the wind behind their back, it could be anything can happen in the game of tag, and that's the beauty of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And also too, we can't overlook the fact that 2 years ago, a lot of these Wellington boys were part of that under-18 Porirua side that won the world champs. So we've got world champs on both teams here. So the calibre is outstanding.
That's absolutely right. And again, there's we talked about again at Coffs Harbour. Some of the guys from this Counties team were involved in that winning team, and the Wellington team want to really test if they can get themselves up again for a game like this. So looking forward to a really strong second half. The start again is going to be really important. So I would say that finishing strong, Wellington, interesting how they go here.
Well, it certainly makes for exciting viewing, officer, as we kick off the second half, with Counties bringing the ball out of their half on attack.
And we've got 0-2. The wonderful people down there.
And I think also too, sort of what you're alluding to too as well, officer, is that they're up against a bulk of the team, which are basically the current world champions. So what a challenge for anybody to live or to aim towards.
Absolutely, and that is why you play this game. If you're going to win it, you want to be tested by the best, and you want to bin the best. So again, Counties got a penalty there. I think there might have been a foot drift there, and so contact call. So Counties in a really strong position, and this will be a good test for the Wellington side. And by saying that, ball is down by just a simple mistag. Did he put it down for a 1 or was that a 2? I'm not too sure on that. We might have a look at the replay on this. So it was just a bit of footwork here. Turned his back on him and put down 1, but then went for a 2.
Yeah.
I think he
tried to double dip there. Yeah, is a 3-pointer? No, I don't think so. But that was number 12 there, George Pulianga, once again. Love the effort, but we'll take a 1-pointer there, and Counties take the lead 3-2, but certainly game on.
Oh, that might have off the boot. No, he's not going to give it. So it's a knock on.
Costly error there to Wellington.
Especially off the back of a try. So, you know, this is a good chance. And if anything, this group here, Counties, have got some really, really good set plays.
Yeah,
Mastermind by coach Daryl Sampsons. And really good at manipulating defences. So let's have a look and see what they've got. Oh, hit the numbers there.
Yeah.
Didn't need the big miss pass. The hands would have done it. So another missed opportunity there. So Wellington are lucky they can drive out now and get a good kick on there. Be hard to kick into this window that they're playing into, but they'll be happy with that result off the defence.
Yeah, well, the Counties certainly know they've got a challenge on their hands today. You certainly can't underestimate this side. And yeah, just looking at another line break here from Wellington. They've got a lot of skillful individual players. So
Contact call way back. So that's good for Wellington. Certainly a lot of endeavour there. They're manipulating the Counties' defence. They're getting through. They're making some breaks. They're just trying to link up and try and execute and finish them.
Yeah, but Counties are equal to the task at the moment there. We're just pushing up. Good communication, pushing up in good numbers. Their lines coming up and putting pressure on the Wellington attack.
2 tags. They really haven't gone forward. They need to keep driving forward, try and get on top of them. That's 3 tags, and they haven't still in the same area. So Wellington not really. They need to get up into their 5. That's where they'll be dangerous. Another tag. The player hasn't put their tag on, so that's 4 tags, and they really haven't moved. They've gone for a 50-10. Didn't connect well. So not really a good set there from Wellington. They'll be disappointed with that.
I think it was the quality of the defence as well. Obviously, they just weren't given any space, and just the way that they were moving laterally, they were moving together, Counties as well. So really good comms there, and nice defensive work from Counties in that last set. Yeah, nice work from the sweeper there.
Yeah, well defended there.
Well positioned here.
So contact call there.
Yeah. Counties there getting the penalty there in great field position.
So Counties in a strong position here in the field position. So they got one off the back door. On 3 the count. Not a good pass there, but
lovely work from George Pulianga there. Some lovely footwork.
good tag, great tag there from Wellington.
Yeah, nice defence there.
On the chop back, hands on that. Forward, I think.
Yeah.
So penalty for an offside. So they got another set there for Counties. Good hands there on the outside. So a simple try there in the end. All that sustained pressure there from Counties, and he managed to get the overlap on that left edge.
Yeah, it's classy work on that left edge there. Having a look at his numbers, just trying to see who scored that try. Nice work there from Daniel Pye there with the last pass. Hitting his winger on that left edge. Counties extend that lead now out to 4-2. But as you know, it can all change in just one play, and we could have a tied ball match.
That's right. That's right. And we saw that in the first half.
That's right. We saw that Counties was looking quite comfortable there and extending their lead, and then, yeah, just in one play, the game was a draw. It was tied up.
Little chip in behind there, or that little
again, yeah,
dart in behind there. So gets him on the back foot. Chops back into the ruck area, goes down that blind side. The fence still holds up.
Nice rotation on the subs from Counties on that last try as well. Subbed half the team straight away.
So should be a recount.
No advantage. So Wellington now in great field position there with the beginning of their set.
Oh, physical here. I think it's getting a bit testy in there now, as Wellington, probably the rare time in the second half they had an opportunity up here in the half, in particular inside that attacking area.
And again, just a reminder to County.
Oh, he's got it down. Ball's down. That was well done. Again, County's guilty of not marking up on that runner. The dummy half comes outside. That was the key to that. Was a quick play of the ball, and again a good dive. So Wellington again come up. And so we've got a 1-point ball game again.
Great awareness from the dummy half there, seeing the opportunities. Little show. There you go. And he had no right to score that try. Both defenders were there, but just goes to show, if you're not concentrating on that tag and you're not focused on that dummy half, it can easily become a try. Especially when you've got one attacker running at two defenders.
And the speed of that play of the ball was the key to that one. Because once that tag was off, he was down. That ball was down and through his leg, so they gave the dummy half an opportunity to have a crack at the line.
Yeah. I don't think he could believe his luck on that occasion there. He just got up to check his tags. Did I really just get that try?
Oh, unlucky there. Oh, this could be fortuitous. Inside ball. Could be a 2-pointer, just a 1-pointer there. So good reply there from Counties. We're just trying to find number 01. James Blackwell. Yes.
Yeah, he's quite used to scoring tries as old James Blackwell.
So we see on the replay there, just keeping that support line on the inside, and well done again off the kick. Wasn't regathered and turned that ball straight over to Counties, and they were able to just draw and pass Blackwell into a 1-pointer. So
yeah,
maintained that 2-point advantage.
It was lovely pickup by Aaron Tulaifono as well, and then the draw pass for James back on the inside. That was classy. And so it was lovely control there from young Aaron. And then, unfortunately, Wellington there, another unforced error. And Counties capitalised straight away.
Good tag, good tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a mistake of the kickoff. I think the intent was just to sort of slow it down and knock it back. Unfortunately, it came forward off the hand. And so Counties are back on attack. Crucial time here for Wellington. Good defence, held up. Strong, chopping in on that defensive line. Player still alive. See the marker. You can see the marker puts his tags on pretty quick, and then he's back in the game. Ooh.
Henry Dunn plays the ball now. Counties running out of plays. Great defence there from the Wellington side, holding off another set of attack from
And so So that's an offensive penalty there from Wellington for pushing the play out of the way.
There you go, Whānau. That's just about discipline there. Got to control his emotions in the big matches.
Still got the tag
Lovely
on.
footwork.
Oh! Tag called.
Oh,
No, gone
you think-
forward.
Yeah.
Ball forward.
David Tuiala there, just losing control.
Wellington trying to drive out. That was good. It would have been difficult if they got onto a 3-point lead, so Wellington did well. Contact against Counties. Recount called.
And transition again, very, very quick from Wellington there.
See if they still do play their tactical, their little kicking behind. There you go. There it is.
As predicted,
And oh no, that's
very,
just-
very forward.
and that's probably the only thing behind it. So they do regather that one. It's just the play that goes off it. And I think
I think he allowed for the wind a little bit too much there.
it's probably a little bit too
yeah.
much. Yeah, I think probably in particular that time the wind died down, but
Yeah.
but there's a tag called. So fortunately they still get the ball back.
Very fortunate.
Good double. Oh, nice. Unlucky there. Sometimes you think, hey, they're running it full whack and you just don't know how the heck they get that little tag off their hip.
Oh, some
It's,
athletes. Yeah, my
That's a
friend.
that's a second pass. He should probably just push too far in front. But Wellington certainly showing a lot more intent in this sort of third quarter, coming into the last quarter of the game.
But it still could go either way. That Counties are certainly not safe by any margin at this stage. Although they hold on to a 2-point lead, could easily be cancelled out in one play.
Notice there's been a few more contact penalties going on.
Bit more emotion coming into it, bit more passion from our players.
They go down the
Nice
wing. This
ace.
could be. Oh yes. And it's been given. Yes, so it was a good little late cut. Nice little transfer of short passes down there. It's just speed in the corner with a nice dolphin dive, and that's when those dives are very useful in a try, pushing his hips away from the player and putting the ball down.
It was a classy finish there.
And it was a great finish.
Yeah. Vinicius Sanelli, very, very classy finish on that right wing there, so well done. Extending the lead out to 3 points now, 6 points to 2, is that right? No, my apologies, 6 points to 3, 3-point lead. So they've got a little bit of breathing space. The 2-pointer will bring them a lot closer, but it won't tie the match. So. But no doubt that Counties are still very vigilant now, knowing that they can't relax against this Wellington team.
Just under 5 minutes of play to go. Wellington need to score next. You don't want to let them get out of play. Doing well. Nice movement. Oh, good play. Chipman chasing needs to gather. Oh, sure there might be a penalty there against him. It is.
Back.
I think that blocking, yep. So there's a contact call there. So this is an important time for Wellington.
Yeah, I would say that he was actually lucky not to get a bloody, oh my apologies, a professional foul there, officer.
Yeah, his tag.
Looked like he held him back, eh? Yeah, because he looked like he held him back there.
Ball inside. Is he still alive? No.
He did that little pirouette and did a little grubber through, and as he went through for the grubber, he pulled him back.
Yeah, that could be
Professional foul.
could be cynical, known as cynical to a referee, but I think common sense prevailed. Nice ball on the inside, and
Throws away
something
possession.
happened there where a player was blocked. So unfortunately, an inside ball was passed to no one in there. Counties get it back as they try and exit out from their half. Interesting fact that, you know, I was going to just mention that, but they've got a lot of good kickers in their team, Counties, and so they haven't really employed the 50-10 too much in this half. I think they're going to attack with the ball in hand, but they've given it over. So Wellington that's a good result for Wellington. They're not too far out, so they can get their momentum going in terms of their attack.
Yeah, but I guess it shows their confidence with ball in hand, as you mentioned, officer. So, well, as you see, there's a lot of established combinations there, and a simple unforced error there by Wellington. Knock on it to play the ball.
Just the missed tag there again, and again, let's go back to that little era of the play the ball there, and this county's team pretty ruthless on that attack, and so they punished them with a try. As we look here, the dummy cut there, nice late cut with a step inside, and the inside defender's just a little bit too slow getting across, and again the dive in there. So they were happy with that actually, and the county's team were good to. You can see they were happy to push away with an extra try, which puts them 4 points ahead.
Lavainga Slade. But lovely work with George Puleanga there as well, Johnny Puleanga. That was a lovely cut back there, and the footwork and the timing onto the ball was wonderful. So Counties now with a bit more breathing space with a 4-point lead.
Another unforced error there on the inside ball from Wellington, so they're just going to slow it down as the wings and the links sort of settle the ball in there while the middles sort out a play.
Yeah, inside the last 2 minutes now. Wellington will throw caution to the wind. It's David Tuiala again there. His hand's letting him down. As we approach the last minute of the game, a very creditable performance by Wellington, but Counties will go through to the semi-final in the Men's Open as they secure a 4-point lead going into the last half of minutes. No doubt they'll try and run the clock out and with possession. And there they are. Just a final touch with a 2-pointer to finish the match. Two-point try. So many talented individuals in the Counties Manukau team. And again, I guess the score doesn't really reflect how competitive the match was, Officer, as we look at a 9-3 scoreline.
No, it certainly wasn't an easy run for the county side, but a good effort from Wellington, and they'll be proud of the efforts, even though they're out in the quarterfinal. But no, Counties are a very dangerous team, and they certainly started to wind it up towards the end of the game. So well done to Counties, well done to Wellington. They should be proud of their performance.
Yeah, congratulations, Counties, and we'll see them in the semi-final. And we'll be back shortly with more live streaming from the New Zealand Tag Nationals 2019.
Coverage of the New Zealand Tag Nationals 2019 is proudly brought to you by SAS Sport.